In the grand hall of the alien warship, with stars scattered like shattered glass across the black canvas of space, the alien commander towered over the lone human prisoner. She was a high-ranking Xeran, a race feared across galaxies for their ruthless conquest, psychic control, and absolute lack of mercy. Her violet skin shimmered under the lights, and her eyes, pupilless, like twin voids, pierced into the mind of the man before her. He should have been trembling, crying, pleading. Instead, he smiled, and that smile disturbed her more than any weapon ever could. She leaned in closer, the air crackling with her presence. "Why aren't you afraid, human?" He looked up at her, his eyes calm, voice low, steady like the distant growl of a coming storm. His reply was simple, but carried the weight of something ancient, something terrible. "Because you don't know what we've survived to get here." 1. Human resilience isn't just physical. It's psychological. Aliens in HFY stories often underestimate the human spirit. They've seen species scream in terror, collapse under pressure, surrender without a fight. But humans endure. They survive genocides, wars, plagues, heartbreak, and the crushing indifference of the universe. They write poetry after losing entire cities. They sing lullabies over the rubble. They plant trees in radioactive soil just for the hope that something will grow again. This man, this lone prisoner, isn't fearless because he's ignorant. He's fearless because he remembers. He carries in his blood the legacy of billions who stood up again and again, even when the odds were impossible. That scares her, because fear is a tool, a weapon, and it's useless here. 2. The cold horror of unpredictable bravery. The alien's question wasn't just about dominance, it was about control. Fear is control. But what happens when your enemy refuses to be controlled? That smile the human gives? It's not arrogance, it's history. It's defiance soaked in grief. It's the cold, terrifying calm of a species that has faced extinction more times than it can count, and learned to laugh in its face. His answer made her blood run cold, not because of what he said, but because of what it implied. "You think we're weak because we cry, because we bleed. But we've turned pain into fuel. We've forged nightmares into weapons. And if you think I'm afraid, then you don't know humans at all." 3. Humanity's darkness can be scarier than any alien threat. The Zaran believed her race had perfected cruelty, but humans invented psychological warfare. They created torture chambers and gave them pretty names. They wrote horror stories and then turned them into real wars. They built machines to kill more efficiently and then learned to regret it. This human before her isn't just a soldier. He's a mirror, a reflection of everything she feared in herself, but multiplied by a history of pain, survival, and willpower. And when he smiled, she saw not defiance, but familiarity. A kind of darkness that says, "We've walked through hell. What makes you think you scare me?" 4. Hope as a weapon. In many alien empires, hope is extinct, but humans weaponize it. They look up at the stars and don't see gods. They see paths. They lose everything and yet rebuild. Over and over. That kind of hope, irrational and stubborn, becomes dangerous. It's what drives humans to do the impossible. So when this human answers calmly, when he smiles, what she feels isn't just fear, it's realization that maybe the war they thought they'd already won is only beginning. Why aren't you afraid, human? Because fear is a luxury. Because when your species has clawed its way through every kind of suffering and still found the strength to dream, you stop fearing death. You start fearing only stagnation. You stop surrendering. You start planning. And that is why his answer made her blood run cold. Because for the first time, the monster in the room wasn't her. It was him.